Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Sophia Class. I am your host, Sophia, and I am in a fantastic mood today because today we are talking about fun. And with me is my very serious but very fun friend, Bob.
Hello, listeners. I am Bob. I promise I'm fun, Sophia. It is great to be here to talk about hobbies and interests.
Yes, hobbies. Bob, every time my English students meet a new person, the other person asks them, "What do you like to do in your free time?"
It is the most common question in the world. People want to know about your passions.
Oh, that is a great vocabulary word. Let me explain it. A passion means a very strong feeling of love or enthusiasm for an activity or subject. For example, cooking is her greatest passion. She wants to be a chef.
Exactly. Thank you, Sophia. When someone asks about your passion, they want to start a good conversation. But what do your students say?
They always say the exact same thing. I like reading, I like watching TV, I like sleeping. Boom. The conversation dies. It is so awkward.
Let me explain that adjective for our listeners. Awkward means feeling uncomfortable, embarrassed, or unnatural in a social situation. For example, there was an awkward silence after he told a bad joke.
Yes, an awkward silence. They give a one-word answer and the native speaker does not know what to say next. It is a disaster for making friends.
I completely agree, Sophia. Giving a short answer kills the conversation. But do not worry. Today, I'm going to teach you and our listeners a secret method. It is called the why, how, when method.
The why, how, when method? Another secret formula from Bob? What does it do?
If you use this simple three-step method, you will never give a boring answer again. You'll turn I like reading into a fascinating story. People will love talking to you. But I will explain the formula later in the video.
Not again, Bob. You always make us wait. Listeners, you heard him. You have to stay with us until the very end of the video to learn the secret method. Do not click away.
But first, let's ask our listeners. Be honest, everyone.
Yes, go to the comments right now. Tell us, when someone asks, "What do you do for fun?" do you give a short, boring answer like, "I like sleeping," or do you talk a lot?
Type short answer or long answer in the comments. We want to know. Keep writing. And don't go anywhere, because next, we're going to look at my crazy hobbies and Bob's serious hobbies. Let's go. Okay, Sophia. To teach our listeners how to talk about their interests, we need to show them some examples. What do you genuinely like to do in your free time?
Oh, let me explain that word for our listeners. Genuinely means truthfully, honestly, and really. For example, I am genuinely sorry for breaking your favorite cup.
Perfect explanation. So, tell us, Sophia, what are you genuinely passionate about?
Well, Bob, I have a very active lifestyle. My favorite hobby is Zumba. I love dancing. I go to a Zumba class 3 times a week.
Zumba? That is a very high-energy dance workout, right? It sounds exhausting.
It is exhausting, but it's a blast. The music is loud, the instructor screams, and everyone is sweating and laughing. It's the best way to release stress after teaching English all day.
Let me explain that phrase. To release stress means to do something that helps you stop feeling worried or nervous and lets your body and mind relax. For example, running in the park helps him release stress after work.
Thank you, Bob. Yes, Zumba helps me release stress. But wait, I have a secret hobby, something I do at night when I'm alone.
A secret hobby? Sophia, that sounds mysterious. What is it?
Okay, I will confess, I'm obsessed with watching funny cat videos on the internet. I can watch them for 2 hours. Cats jumping, cats falling, cats wearing little hats.
Let me explain that strong word for our listeners. To be obsessed means to think about something or someone all the time, so much that you cannot focus on anything else. For example, he is obsessed with that new video game.
Yes, I'm obsessed. I love those little hats. It's my guilty pleasure. What about you, Bob? Do you watch cats on the internet?
No, Sophia, I do not watch cat videos. My hobbies are much more solitary and quiet.
Oh, let me explain that adjective. Solitary means done alone, without other people. For example, fishing is a solitary activity.
Exactly. I like solitary activities. One of my favorite hobbies is woodworking. I go to my garage, I take some pieces of wood, and I build things, like a small table or a birdhouse.
Woodworking? You make furniture with your hands? That is so cool, Bob. But isn't it dangerous? Saws and hammers?
Not if you're careful. I love the smell of the wood, and working with my hands helps me focus. My other hobby is playing chess. I play online against people from all over the world.
Chess? Sitting in silence for an hour moving little plastic horses? Bob, that sounds like a punishment, not a hobby.
It is a beautiful game of strategy, Sophia. It exercises the brain. But I think our listeners might have different opinions. Let's ask them.
Yes, listeners, it's time to vote again. Which hobbies are better, Zumba and funny cat videos like me, or woodworking and chess like Bob?
Go to the comments and type Team Sophia or Team Bob. Who has the best free time?
Go for the cats, and don't go anywhere because next, Bob is finally going to reveal the why, how, when method to make your answers amazing. You have to hear this. Okay, Bob, I cannot wait any longer. My listeners cannot wait. Tell us the secret method right now. How do I stop giving boring answers when someone asks about my hobbies?
All right, Sophia, it is time. The problem with saying, I like reading, is that it gives the other person zero information about you. You're just stating a fact.
A fact? But it is true. I do like reading. What else should I say?
You need to expand your answer using the why, how, when method. This turns a boring fact into a fascinating story. It has 3 simple steps.
Oh, let me explain that great vocabulary word for our listeners. To expand means to make something bigger, larger, or more detailed. For example, the company plans to expand its business into Europe.
Perfect explanation, Sophia. Yes, we want to expand the answer. Step 1 is why. You tell the person the reason you love your hobby.
Oh, so I do not just say, I like Zumba. I say why I like it.
Exactly. Give a reason. For example, I genuinely love Zumba because the loud music makes me feel powerful and helps me release stress.
Whoa, that sounds so much better. The native speaker will be very impressed. What is step 2, Bob?
Step 2 is how. You explain a small detail about how you do it or how you started. It adds flavor to your story.
A small detail? Like, I wear bright pink sneakers when I dance.
Yes, exactly like that. Or you can say, my best friend invited me to a class last year and now I'm totally obsessed.
Oh, a great idiom. Let me explain it. To add flavor means to make something more interesting, exciting, or enjoyable, just like spices make food taste better. For example, the funny jokes added flavor to his long speech.
Thank you, Sophia. So we have the why and the how. Now, step 3 is when. You tell them how often or when you practice your hobby.
Ah, like I go to the gym 3 times a week after work, or I watch silly cat videos every night before I sleep.
Yes, let's put the whole formula together. Listen to the difference. Boring answer. I like woodworking.
So boring, awkward silence, crickets are chirping.
But using the formula, I love woodworking because it's a solitary activity that helps me relax. Why? I usually build small things like birdhouses in my garage. How? I try to spend a few hours there every Saturday morning. When?
Oh my goodness, Bob, that is brilliant. If you say that, the other person can ask so many questions. What kind of birdhouse? Do you sell them? The conversation is alive.
Exactly, Sophia. When you give details, you give the other person a gift. You give them a topic to ask about. That is the secret to good communication.
Listeners, this method is gold, pure gold. Are you going to use it?
Yes, tell us in the comments. Will you try the why, how, when method the next time someone asks about your hobbies? Type, I will try it right now.
Keep writing and don't go anywhere because next we're going to summarize everything and do our final vocabulary review. Let's go. Wow, Bob, we learned so much today. We talked about crazy dancing, funny cats, building birdhouses, and the secret formula. This was a fantastic episode.
It really was, Sophia. Listeners, before we test your memory,
Let's do a quick summary of what we learned today about talking about your interests. Point 1. Never give a one-word answer like, I like reading. It kills the conversation and creates awkward silences. Point 2. Use the why, how, and when method. Point 3. Tell them why you love it, to release stress or because you are obsessed. Point 4. Tell them how you do it and when you do it to add flavor to your story.
A perfect summary, Bob. And now it is time for the final challenge, the vocabulary review.
All right, let's test our listeners. Sophia, what does passion mean?
A very strong feeling of love or enthusiasm for an activity, like my passion for Zumba.
Correct. What about awkward?
Feeling uncomfortable or unnatural in a social situation, like an awkward silence.
Very good. What does obsessed mean?
To think about something all the time, like me with cat videos.
And finally, what does it mean to expand?
To make something bigger or more detailed, like expanding a boring answer into a great story.
I think you did an excellent job today, Sophia, and our listeners did a wonderful job too.
Listeners, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for learning with us.
Yes, thank you for watching. Now, for your final homework, use the why, how, and when method and write a short paragraph about your favorite hobby in the comments below. We read every single one.
Yes, expand your answers. And if this secret formula helped you, please click the like button and subscribe to Sophia Class. Share this video with a friend who always gives boring answers.
Goodbye, everyone. Keep practicing and keep sharing your passions.
I am going to watch cat videos now. Bye, everyone.